So Ringside Collectibles has posted up some brand new things, man, and this is pretty crazy. I want to get into this and just kind of break it down. I'm going to give you all of my thoughts on all of this, but a lot of this has confirmed a lot of leaked things that we've been talking about. But the first thing I want to get into is this right here, man. This is the Series 10 from the Vault WWE Elite line. This right here is pretty crazy. You know, this wave started off so hot. We've talked about it in the past with, Series 1 and Series 2. And this is the new wave, man. Apparently, let's get into it. We have the Triple H Build-A-Figure Elite is what I'm guessing this is. Or not the Build-A-Figure Elite. The 3-pack. The Awesome Truth 3-pack Triple H is what I'm guessing this is. That's the only logical explanation for this figure, at least in my eyes. I don't see how this could be any other Triple H. Now, I will say I do like that figure, but if you guys remember in my review of that pack, I was very upset because the figure pretty much fell apart at the waist. It pissed me off. If you want to go see my rant on that, go check it out. But the figure is also very stiff in the legs because of the Muhammad Ali leg mold that we talk about a lot. But this Triple H figure is just, I don't know, man. I guess if they fix it where it doesn't pop off at the waist or something, or it feels better in hand, this could be a really good figure. And I don't mind them putting that in there. You know, they like to put exclusives in there, so that one makes a whole lot of sense to me. Next up is going to be Brock Lesnar. Now, this could be 1,700 different Brock Lesnar. I mean, what could this be? Honestly, what could this be in terms of Brock Lesnar? You know, there were so many different elites that came out. It'd be really cool if it were an elite Brock Lesnar, maybe the Royal Rumble Elite, or maybe the Elite 108 with the honeycomb mouth, like one of these. And then they just updated the head sculpt with the new Ultimate heads. That would be pretty cool. The new Ultimate, I think, Series 34 figure. That would be a pretty cool figure as well. I just want to tell you guys right off rip, too, these are up for pre-order. There is a ton of new stuff that we're going to cover in this video up for pre-order on Ringside Collectibles. So if you guys want to put in your pre-orders and you want to use code MDTOYS, you can save an additional 10% right there. So you don't have to pay the exact full price. Every penny counts. I'd go over there, use code MDTOYS. But this Brock Lesnar could be anything. I don't know. It's kind of weird just being from the vault. This set, the meaning of this set means nothing. I think that's fair to say. I think they'll pull from anywhere and do whatever they got to do to get whoever they want into this line. So I think the rules of this being from the vault is completely out the door. I think that's completely out the door, and we've kind of learned that over the years with the differences in the different figures and lines and things like that. But this Brock Lesnar could legitimately be so many different Brock Lesnar elites. We also have Trick Williams here, man. Trick Williams, his figure, I'm sure it's sought after, right? I'm not going to sit here and say that it's not sought after, but maybe they put him here because there's not a Trick really coming out in the Elite line very soon, and that would make a lot of sense. They're like, okay, we got to get this figure back out because people want Trick Williams, and this will be a good exclusive. I understand that. It'd be really cool if they did a repaint of that figure. Maybe they include his jacket. There's so many cool things they could do with Trick Williams. And I imagine it's going to be the exact same figure. Maybe it's a repaint. I don't know what exactly they're going to do. I'd imagine it's just going to be a straight-up re-release of his first Elite. And his first Elite was good. It's not that it's a bad figure per se. I'm not a huge fan of the Ron Simmons torso. But I don't know. I mean, I love Trick. I want to see more figures of him, but he is certainly not from the vault, right? I mean, he's certainly not from the vault, but hopefully this figure will be a good re-release. And then this one's actually pretty good, and one that I think a lot of people have been asking for is Mr. America or Hulk Hogan. A lot of people really, really wanted this. I think that this just makes a lot of sense to me. This one makes sense. You know, we've seen this happen in the From the Vault line. They take previously done Hulk Hogan's that had the incorrect skin tone or the incorrect torso, and they upgraded them. I'm good with that, man. That's what I want to see in the From the Vault. Now, if they took all of these figures and improved them in some way, I really wouldn't give a damn if they were in the very back of the vault, if they weren't even near a vault, if they were collecting dust and cobwebs somewhere. If they upgrade the figure in some way, I think that's completely fine with me. I think that is the right play here, but I think this will be enjoyable. I've never really done like a screen recording for news, but this would be funny to kind of scroll through here and see some of these comments, because right here it says, Trick being in this is wild AF. They put his figure in the vault and turned right around and pulled it out. Brother, this figure was nowhere near a vault, not even close. I don't think so. This guy says Mr. America with updated torso, absolutely. This guy says, wish we could see which elites and recolors these are instead of having to blindly pre-order. Well, one thing you can do is if you go, I don't know about this set specifically, but if you go to, I'm going to go to Ringside Collectibles on my phone right now and check these pre-orders, because these are up for pre-order. So they should actually tell you if these have a, if they give you details about the figure. That's something that sometimes they do. So we're going to look this up. I'm going to click on the Triple H. It says in suit, and Triple H in suit. That's about all it says for the Triple H. Let's see if it changes for Brock Lesnar. Doesn't really say anything. It just says Brock Lesnar. So, yeah, don't really get a whole lot of that. It says Mr. America. Yeah, it doesn't really give you anything there. So, yeah, okay, well, it doesn't give you any details over there right now, but hopefully they'll give us some details very, very soon. But, yeah, this is interesting. This is interesting. I'm definitely seeing where this dude says just kill the effing line. Man, oh, man. It would be nice to see. I mean, we're going to see all of this at San Diego Comic-Con in just a few weeks. That's the for sure case. But there was also some other figures, man. Ultimate Edition Series 33, CM Punk, Sheamus, Liv Morgan right here. This is something that we have talked about. These were all, or not all, but we leaked this lineup or talked about this leaked lineup a while back. We saw this Sheamus at WWE World. We saw the Liv Morgan on display at WWE World. We got to see their prototypes. The CM Punk figure we touched on and talked about as well. Yeah, this guy's right. Their 100th attempt at getting Liv's scan right. Yeah, I don't have high expectations for that, but this guy says CM Punk SummerSlam gear will feed me. Yeah, man, I 100%. I cannot wait to see what those look like. But we had some other figures, man. Top talents, John Cena and Penta. Now, this is a wave we touched on, I think, last week or sometime. There's been a lot of leaks going on, but I don't know. It'd be crazy if this was the John Cena that it is, and it would not shock me if this is the Penta that it is. It could just be the Elite 126 re-release. That's exactly what I am envisioning. I'm envisioning the Elite 126 being re-released, and then the John Cena, who knows? It's probably that New York Yankees gear, maybe a different one. We're going to have to wait and see. Look at this guy. Ultimate_Cena 2007, please Mattel. That is hilarious. He has a whole account dedicated to this. I love this. I want to also see a Cena 2007 Ultimate, but this would be pretty cool if we got these gears. I would love to see that from Mattel. Got the green and yellow, got the Penta. I imagine this Penta will be identical to the Elite 126, and then the Cena could be brand new. We're just going to have to wait on that, but we also got to see the Top Picks wave, which was also talked about. I can't remember who leaked this, if we leaked it. I don't remember nowadays, but we do have Top Picks 2026 Elite Wave 4, Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. Probably going to be Jey Uso's Elite 124 figure, and probably going to be another Cody that we've already seen before. Probably the Elite 125, to be honest with you. It could be Elite 125 and Elite 124. You guys know they like to just redo some sometimes. I wish everything in the Top Picks waves were re-releases, or repaints, I should say, but that's not always the case. We know that they will sometimes just re-release the exact same figure. They do the same thing for the greatest hits and things like that. And then we also have a look at Elite Series 128. Now, we talked about this wave. It looks like Xavier Woods was removed from this wave, and this Randy Orton looks like AI to me. Has he ever had a render that looks like this? Is Randy's beard photoshopped? It certainly looks that way. Yeah, Randy AI Orton. No, the baldness is photoshopped. That's interesting. Yeah, I was going to say, this render looks, I've never seen this render ever. I've never seen this. But we have seen all these figures on display. We saw these at Comic-Con. Not Comic-Con. We will see these on display at Comic-Con, but we saw these back at WWE World. We had the JC Jane. They put Jack Jane, featuring Jack Jane. R-Truth, Jelly Roll, Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, and Tala Tonga. So Xavier Woods, whether he was replaced or what, Randy Orton is in here now. The Seth Rollins is definitively in here. I think we talked about this wave, or like we kind of leaked that Elite 128 was going to look identical to this, so you do love to see that. But yeah, this wave's pretty good, man. The JC Jane looked good. The R-Truth looked good. The Jelly Roll, say what you will about Jelly Roll, figure looks good. Rollins, I'm excited about. Randy Orton, it's going to depend on different things, what arms they use and things. If it's the same old formula, this Orton will be a wash. And then Tala Tonga is what it is. It'll probably be pretty good as well. But then we also have the Defining Moments figures. We have Cactus Jack and New Jack. We've already had a full gallery of these. This graphic looks really cool. These are also up for pre-order, so you can go grab these. All these figures we've talked about today are actually up for pre-order, besides these new Ultimates, which is the Greatest Hits Ultimates. I don't have this Logan Paul. Definitely want to track this down if I find it in stores. But the Gold and Black Logan Paul Ultimate, which is a very, very good Ultimate. Say what you will about Logan Paul, and the Great Muta. Both of these are in stock now, and you can go over there, use code MD Toys to save yourselves 10%. So all those figures are there, and not to mention all these battle packs. We have these 3 battle pack sets. You have Solo versus Roman. You have Alexa Bliss and Charlotte. And then we do have LA Knight and CM Punk. All of these are up for pre-order. And I'm trying to think, do we know what these look like? I think we saw these at WWE World too, but this Alexa Bliss was not shown at that time. So this will be an interesting set. I think we got to see the Lily doll with this figure, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, I think, dude, was this not... Oh, never mind. Okay, I was going to say, wasn't this Gunther and CM Punk, but we already saw that set. So, I don't know, man. That's interesting to see. And then we do have these basics here that we did also see on display at WWE World. Cody Rhodes, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, dude, he is edited. Is he not edited, man? I swear he's edited. Regardless, JC Mateo, his first basic, probably first and last basic. And then we do have Blake Monroe here, which is pretty cool. And her figure didn't look the best on display at WWE World. Hopefully that'll change. But all of these figures, again, are up for pre-order. I was excited for this and wanted to talk about this because I just think the From the Vault set is just so crazy to me. I think that this is crazy, and I shouldn't say that because, I mean, we've kind of seen this story play out. We've seen this over and over again from Mattel. And it shouldn't shock us because I feel like this is constantly a thing. We talk about the greatest hits not being the greatest hits. It's kind of a top picks wave. The top picks wave being just straight re-releases, which we've already known about. Top picks has always been a thing like that. And we've seen best of series and sets since 2010 from Mattel. But the From the Vault thing you would think would be this special thing. And it is special until it's not. And then it just has kind of lost some of the special meaning. It kind of feels like the defining moments, where the defining moments doesn't really feel like defining moments anymore. And not that it really matters. They don't care. They're putting out these figures. They're going to sell well. I understand that. It's just, for the fans, for the people in the weeds here, I just think that, I don't know, man. I want it to hold up. I want it to be something special. I want it to be something cool. So when we get these sets and when we see these other things, it's just logically, because they come out and they say, okay, this means this, but then when we actually, get the figures in hand, it's not what we have in mind for this. And I think out of all these, like, these figures could be standouts, right? And they make sense to me logically. They put Build-A-Figures here. They put re-releases like the Mr. America. People have been waiting on that. If they update the torso, update the skin tone, perfect sense. But a guy like Trick Williams, I love Trick Williams, but he shouldn't be in the From the Vault. This should be Flash Rey Mysterio. This should be, I guess Brock Lesnar, it could be like the Elite 19 Brock Lesnar, or maybe the Ruthless Aggression Elite Brock Lesnar, or something like that would make a lot more sense to me instead of the Elite 108 or something. I don't know, man. Let me know what you're feeling on all of that. But I wanted to get on here, touch on all these new figures, discuss it a little bit, and see where all your guys' heads are at. So let me know what you guys are feeling. If you like this, you hate this, let me know what you're feeling down in the comment section below. But I appreciate you guys so very much. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a blessed one, and I will catch you guys later.